So, to give you guys a brief bit of history on this story, a little while ago I'd calculated the damage boost that Voidstrike added for every weapon at quote-unquote top melee speed, and then I'd made an update to that video after Mojang had secretly shadow nerfed Voidstrike, showing the updated damage boost that it gave to each weapon. However, do you remember when I said in that video that things like weakening and crit seem to increase the damage boost of the next Voidstrike hit? Well, when I calculated the DPS boost that Voidstrike gave to cutlasses, that test was conducted with my Nameless Blade. When playing with my girlfriend the other night, I was testing to see how much more DPS I was getting with my Dancer's Sword with Voidstrike, because I was going to use it with her, and it was only giving me a complete 40% damage boost, instead of the 47.5% boost that my updated chart shows. This is because Nameless Blade has weakening built in, and Dancer's Sword doesn't. As you're about to see, my Dancer's Sword is going to go from its base 383,419 damage per hit to 536,786 damage with Voidstrike. My Nameless Blade, which has the same base damage and enchants as my Dancer's Sword, is going to have some of the hits do that 536,786 damage, but also many hits that will do 594,300 damage. So you see for yourself, same base damage, same attack speed, same enchants, but the Voidstrike damage is higher on Nameless Blade. The two values, being a 40% increase and a 55% increase, averaged to that 47.5% increase that I gave cutlasses before. Only, since that higher value shows up more often, it would actually be an even larger average boost, going by that RNG. But it's not just Nameless Blade. If you remember, I said that critical hit does this as well. My sword normally hits for 383,419 damage on the first two hits, and 613,471 damage on the final hit. Voidstrike makes those hits normally 594,300, 536,787, and 858,860 damage, or, if you don't feel like doing the math, that's 44.2% more damage overall from the base damage. With crit, the following Voidstrike hits do 651,813, 594,300, and 950,880 damage, or a 59.2% increase in damage from the base. Similarly with Katanas, you get 61.4% more damage with Voidstrike normally, and 76.4% more if they're preceded by crits. This means that, for weapons like Master's Katana, Hawkbrand, and Sinister Sword, each crit gives the following Voidstrike hit 15% more of a boost than Voidstrike normally gives, giving those three unique weapons an average 1.5% higher Voidstrike boost than normal, because those crits only happen 10% of the time. I've also just found out that Thundering affects the damage of the next Voidstrike hit as well, meaning Stormlander. But when this triggers, it's only a 1.5% damage increase, so with it only being a 30% chance to trigger every hit, that's only a 0.45% overall increase from normal. Now, I don't think that this exactly bumps Nameless Blade into SS tier by that alone. This just more solidifies why I have Nameless Blade in such a high tier, and the other three Cutlass weapons are only in C tier. And also why Hawkbrand and Master's Katana are deserving of a higher tier than Dark Katana and Diamond Sword. Hopefully this is the last update that I'll have to make for this. Mojang's just really weird when it comes to programming how stuff works, so this is a bit more complicated to figure out without knowing what to look for, and also without often just blindly stumbling over something to point you in the right direction to look in the first place. That's all I have for now. Until next time.